Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about 10 things that I refuse to stop purchasing despite being on a lifelong financial freedom journey, despite being on a budget, despite being on a road to early retirement. Just 10 things that I really enjoy and have no intentions of not purchasing. I do want to preface this video by sharing that I am sensitive to other people and their plights and their experiences, especially when we're talking about oppressed and marginalized groups. And so I guess I just want to say that even though I'm about to run off at the mouth talking about 10 things that are kind of luxury, that are not necessities, that are purely wants, I do want to say that I am sensitive to those who may not be able to afford these types of things. However, I also am here to share that these are things that I never really thought some of these things I never really thought I would be able to afford back when I was making minimum wage, things that I never thought that I would be able to do back when I was in my childhood home that was poverty stricken, things that I never really thought that I would do or want or be able to afford or purchase. But I am here today to tell the story about all of these things that really bring me joy right now and things that I am not giving up despite our budget. Also, disclaimer, I really just want to share this video because obviously you can look at me and tell some of the things that I spend my money on, but also I just want to share the things that I really enjoy purchasing, even though it is often said, depending on whose financial advice you're listening to, that some of these things maybe should be given up, but I'm not here for that. So let's just talk about the things that I ain't giving up. The first one is hair. As you can see, I love my natural hair. I have for a very long time, for as long as I can remember, but I do not enjoy the time and energy that it takes to do my natural hair. So I pay to get my hair done about once every month and a half or once every 2 months. It's always about $100, sometimes a little more. So if you do the math, I'm spending $600-700 each year on hair. I would not have it any other way. I will not walk around with my hair flying from east to west, and I will not be spending such time doing my natural hair. So number one, hair. Number two, nails, and it could be press-on nails. So like the little ones that you buy at like Dollar General. It could be nails from the nail salon, like, you know, these. It could be toenails, whatever. I am adamant about getting my nails done. I really have a really bad habit of biting nails, which isn't really a good excuse for getting my nails done. Like I bite my own natural nails. So that's not really a good excuse. So I don't use that as an excuse, although it does help. I just like having my nails done. Like I'm not in the business really of making excuses or like over explaining decisions that I'm making that are not hurting me or my dependents, which I only have one dependent, which is my dog. But I'm not in the business of making excuses and all that. I just like getting my nails done. So I go to get my nails done about once a month, really. It's gonna cost me anywhere from like $30 to $50 depending on where I go. So, you know, I'm spending a good amount of money on my nails each and every year. About the same amount as my hair actually, but I just really like getting my nails done. I also like getting my toes done, but I'm kind of weird about feet. I don't really like feet. I'm one of those people. And so I don't really care to get my toes done. So I only go get my toes done like once every blue moon. The next one though, I cannot live without. I will probably sacrifice all of these potentially for this next one, and that is eyebrows. I have been getting my eyebrows waxed, just like I've been getting my hair done and my nails done for over 10 years. I mean, probably like 15 years, maybe. I just really enjoy having someone to do my eyebrows. It costs like $8 if I'm getting them waxed. If I'm getting them threaded, more like 15, which I don't really do that because it hurts. But I really love having someone to maintain my eyebrows. I really like letting people do what they're good at. So I could struggle through trying to do my own eyebrows or trying to do my own nails and whatever, or, you know, I could try to teach myself, but I just really like letting people do what they do. Because if I do my eyebrows, I'm probably gonna do my eyebrows like once a month because that's the only time I'm going to need to do my eyebrows. But estheticians or whatever they're called, they're out here doing like 50 million eyebrows per year. So I just really like letting professionals do what they do. So I am not giving up getting my eyebrows done. I go about once a month and it cost me about $10, including the tip. Next, we have laser hair removal. And I'm mentioning this because it's something that I never thought I would be able to afford, but also because I'm pretty sure people would potentially, I was just thinking about things that I do that are really wants and that I don't even really need to do. But I would say laser hair removal is one of them. Now, actually, I'm finished with my treatment, but it took me about 2 years to get through my treatment with COVID. I think I ended up needing like 10 sessions, but just to get a small area done, and by small, I really mean anything other than your back or your legs, because those are the most expensive. I mean, I guess your arms are pretty, that's a big area too, or even like your chest. Any part of your body that where you don't want hair, but the body part in and of itself isn't large, is going to be less expensive naturally. So to get my small area done, it was $1,000, and I paid an additional little fee for like a lifetime something, and I don't really remember what that was. But I think even though COVID slowed it down, I probably did about 10 sessions, and now the hair isn't there anymore. So that's something that's a little fancy and a little bougie, and something that I never thought that I would be able to afford. But if I'm being honest with y'all, if I had the funds, I would get my legs or, you know, some other body parts as well. But anyway, that is number 4. Number 5 is eating out. And I will say it's just the convenience for me. Like sometimes about once a week, we go out to eat. And, you know, I grew up going out to eat, and my husband and I were going out to eat before we got married, and we continue to go out to eat. I'm acting like a lot of people don't go out to eat when they really do, but really there are some people who don't go out to eat, and there are some people who believe that while they're paying off debt or on whatever journey they're on, financial journey, that it might be worth not going out to eat. And I would say that's true to some extent. However, that's just not in the cards for us. We love going out to eat. Again, we probably go like once a week to like a sit down restaurant. Obviously for 2 people, that can add up, because we don't go in, we're like picky about what we want. We just eat whatever we want. You know, it's not like we're going with like a small budget in mind. Sometimes we do that, and we know ways to save money when going to eat out. But for the most part, we just get whatever it is that we want. And that's just something that we are not willing to budge on. We probably spend $200-300 each month eating out. That's money that we could definitely be saving, but we choose not to. So we love going out to eat and have no plans of stopping. Next is concerts, and I am a fanatic. I love concerts. I go to as many concerts as I possibly can. Just for reference, like I feel like I've been to more Lil Wayne concerts than some people have gone to concerts in general, and I've been to 11 Lil Wayne concerts. So just to give you a reference of like how much I really love concerts, I just really love them. And for which case, I feel euphoria. I feel like dopamine is being released in all parts of my body when I go to concerts. I just really love the thrill of it. Probably because I like a thrill, but like safe thrill. So like haunted houses, no. I'm not going to get on a roller coaster. Like I don't really like that kind of thrill, but like a concert where there's energy and vibes and all of that, I'm here for it. And so we probably do like 5 or 6 concerts a year. It is a real thing. We really love concerts. In fact, if we have to sacrifice other things on this list, we will, so we can go to concerts, because we love them and we have no plans of stopping going. Next up, we have travel. Similarly to concerts, although a lot of the concerts that we go to, or shows I should say, take place in our city or like a nearby city. So I don't really include that to be traveling, but we love traveling. We don't travel a whole bunch, I will say that. And when we do travel, it's not like we're spending $3,000, you know, in Vegas or in Miami. We're traveling pretty cheaply, but we still do love to travel, get out there, see the world. I don't want to be, you know, going to see the world at 60 or going to see the world at 70 if I have the means to do that now, because honestly, tomorrow's not promised. So we like to get out there and see the world and see some things whenever we are able to do so. Next, I'm speaking for my husband, and that is cable. No matter how many times I'm like, you sure you still want to pay $70 a month, $80 a month, or whatever for cable? He's like, yes, because I want to watch football and I want to watch basketball. Recently, we switched to a streaming service, which is $35 a month. I guess we've probably had it for like 8 or 9 months now, but that seems to be doing the trick. He can stream all of his favorite channels and whatnot, but like a streaming service, some kind of TV, is not something that my husband is willing to give up. In fact, of all these things on this list, the ones where I'm talking about us, the only thing he really cares about is cable. That's like his only vice in life. Next is a personal trainer. Now, I currently don't have a personal trainer. That's because mainly since we've gotten the dog as of like 6 months ago, I feel like the best exercise for her is walking, and I want to be able to walk her every day. Now, my husband could walk her and I could go to personal training, but I just really feel like I really enjoy us doing our family walks. We walk like 3 miles per day whenever we go. We try to go every day really, but sometimes we don't go. But when we do go, we go like 3 miles. I think that's the longest we've taken her. I am not sure that she wants to go further than 3 miles, because when we do our second lap around the house, you know, our second mile, she's like, keep going, you know, just tinking along. But then when we are coming back after that 3rd mile, she's like, nah, I'm good. And she tries to run into the yard. So that's how we can tell if she's ready to go home. And then sometimes my husband might go in with her and I'll keep walking if I feel the need. But pretty much I haven't really been going to personal training because of that. So, just kind of adjusting to the new dog mom life. But I really do love personal training. I was paying about $30 per session and I was going about twice per week, and I really loved it. And I will say one thing that I really love in life in general, I guess this is kind of like a bonus, is I really love paying professionals, paying for classes, paying for courses to learn stuff that I can then go forth and implement on my own. So I learned a lot about strength training whenever I was working out with my different personal trainers. And so that's something that I would love to explore again in the future. Not right now, of course, in this very moment, but maybe like the end of this year or the beginning of next year, I would like to potentially start back strength training again. And the final one is probably one of the most important on the list. Honestly, it's probably over eyebrows, although I do take pride in getting my eyebrows waxed. But the final one is giving, and I want to stress this because giving is something that really brings me a sense of joy. I've always loved giving, and that can be donating money, donating my time, volunteering, mentoring, you know, doing all of the things. And that just is something that's really important to me. So if you are a giver and if that really causes you true happiness, then I recommend continuing to do it as you are on your debt-free journey, or, you know, whatever financial journey you're on. I recommend continuing to give if that is something that you really, really enjoy, because it might make sense to just, you know, keep all your money and hoard all your money and not give away any of your money, because that will selfishly or selflessly, however you want to look at it, help you to get more closely to your goal. But if it's something that you really, really don't want to miss out on, I recommend doing it. I know a lot of people, they really like how I give and that I give, and they can't wait to be at a place where they can give. And I believe that to be true, but sometimes it's just the act of giving, like $2 here, $1 here, $5. It doesn't have to be anything grand. For me, it's just the art or the practice of giving and serving others in that way if I can. So I recommend continuing to give, even if it's something small, no matter where you are, if that is something that is of importance to you. So you guys, those are all of the things that we spend our money on the regular, at least once a year-ish, you know, minus the personal training with COVID and all that. Those are the things that we spend our money on, and we have no stress about it. We have no fear of judgment about it. Honestly, we're not really people who fear judgment at all anyway, but we have no, you know, we sleep peacefully every night knowing that we have spent our money on things that have brought us joy. So I would love to know the things that you refuse to stop spending your money on. You know I'm nosy. Leave them down below in the comments so I can read through them and we can chat about them if that is something that we need to do. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.